In version 9, managing users is similar to version 8, but there are some important differences, especially concerning the new concept of user registration. To add, edit, or deactivate users in the system, click on Users, Manage Users. To add a new user, click Add User. Let's add the minimal amount of information to get a user set up in the system. Enter their first and last name. Next, enter their email address. This is required for a user to log into version 9. Scroll down to Permissions, then assign the role to this user. The role will define the group of permission settings this user will have. To understand how roles affect each user, please view the roles tutorial video. Be sure to set the user's default view and mobile default view. This will default to the user's view settings in their schedule. Views have been expanded a lot in version 9 and allow you to save your sort, filter, and much more. Here, you can assign the view to each user. Decide the home department for this user. The users that can manage this home department will receive this user's time off requests. Now in version 9, you can choose a color for each user if you like. This will color the time block for each user when you use the Color by Employee color scheme. Let's continue editing this user by navigating the remaining tabs. Click on Main Categories. Just like in version 8, you can choose the main category item for each of your categories. Next, click on Managers. It's new in version 9 for most customers. This option allows you to specifically set a list of time off managers for each user instead of using the home department to determine the manager. Click on Use Specific Time Off Managers, then enter the name of the manager that will be receiving this user's time off requests. Next, click Integration. This is where you enter the automation settings related to the user, as well as some of the time off settings and export integration information as needed. Lastly, click on Qualifications. Qualifications are used generally in the same way that you use them in version 8. There are a few differences in version 9 though. You only see the qualifications for categories that you either have an automation qualification rule added for or for the department category. You also have a new ability to qualify a user for all items in a category, which means that they will be automatically qualified for any items you add in the future. Choosing specific category items is more similar to how version 8 worked. Once this user is qualified and you are happy with their settings, click Save. Once a new user has been created, the next step is to invite the user. Each user in version 9 is required to have an email address on file. Click Invite Users. Click the checkbox next to the user you want to invite, then click Invite. The user will be sent an email with the link to accessworkschedule.net and follow a 3-step wizard to create their own password. You can also tell the status of an invite by checking the status column. You can see that Susie's invite has been sent. Users can also be reactivated. This will eliminate the old process from version 8, where administrators had to call support to reactivate. Now simply click Reactivate Users and select the user or users to reactivate. From here, click Reactivate Selected Users and that user will now be reactivated. Be sure to re-invite that user after you have reactivated them. Let's go back to Manage Users, and let's make mass edits to all or some of the users in the system. Select the users that you want to be edited. Click Mass Edit Selected Users. Select the property you want to change. Click Change Property, and that will now change the property for all users selected. This will wrap up users in version 9.